How's it going, everybody? Big Jimmy! Coming back from, the Fredericton area. I've been singing in the truck today, all day. Way back to the 70s, 80s. 80s are my favorite genre. Love 80s. That's when they still played instruments, believe it or not. So everyone today said, instrument, what's that? What's a guitar? Well, that's what they used to play. And they didn't have any, voice actuators. Now, back when I was on the radio, they used to have those come in the mid-90s, but I wouldn't use them. Dr. Rhythm, drum machine, voice auto-tuners. Ridiculous. So people aren't half as good as you think they are. So back in the 80s, 70s, when they played their own instruments, every time you heard them play a song, it was different, because they'd miss a string, they'd miss a note every once in a while, so it was just unique. And their voice was their voice. Like my voice is my voice. Don't use the auto-tuners. I mean, it's your voice. If it's not going to become popular, it's not. But some people that shouldn't be popular today are, because of that particular thing. So I've been listening to those songs. A little bit of STYX. Just shut off the band STYX. Now, if you don't know about the band STYX, look it up. STYX, named after, I don't know, the river that goes into hell or something like that. I don't know what it is. But the Styx River. But they're fantastic. 70s, 80s. They're still going today. I mean, Dennis DeYoung, which sang most of the popular STYX lead songs, is no longer there. He had a little problem with a band, about Tommy Shaw specifically, and a couple of the others, about which way they were going. They were getting a lot of success on DeYoung's ballads and stuff, like Babe, all of them. And Tommy Shaw wanted to be a little harder, so Tommy Shaw sang Too Much Time on My Hands, Dennis DeYoung didn't. And did a masterful job, great job. Now, when Dennis DeYoung left STYX, he had a solo career, Desert Moon being his most famous song, and it was good. I mean, the Desert, I don't know if the album's called Desert Moon as well, but he had a couple of hits, especially Desert Moon was the biggest. Now, STYX has carried on. If you remember a guy named Gowan, Larry Gowan, I met him when I interviewed him on the radio, and he was a great guy. He was a single artist back then in the mid-90s, mid to late 90s, and he had, I think he was touring with, touring his You Can Call Me Larry, I think, tour, and he, super guy, fantastic guy, Scottish-Canadian fella, and he is the new lead singer of STYX. He's been there for over 20 years now. And if you're wondering where Gowan went, he's saying Criminal Mind, When It's Time for Love. He had a bunch. I just can't remember them, the rest of them, but at any rate, he's a new lead singer of STYX and keyboardist. What a great job. I like the single stuff. Look up Gowan, Gowan, Lawrence Gowan, or Larry he goes by. And like I said, real nice fella. He's had, especially in Canada, he's had about 6-7 big hits, and take them off. Anyway, so he's lead singer of STYX now and keyboardist, and real nice fella. So I was listening to STYX, some other songs that come up just now. Of course, as soon as I take those off, here comes the sun. As soon as you stop thinking about the song that's on, a surprise will come up. Now, Peace Train came up at Cat Stevens when I was listening to, the 70s today. What a masterful song that was. Masterful artist. So, don't come to me saying, oh, this, that, and the other modern singers. 90% of them use auto-tune microphones. So it's not really their particular voice. And a lot of the time they're sinkers. A lot of the time their instruments aren't even plugged in, for Pete's sakes. But to each their own. To each their own. I like classic rock as far as genre goes, or even classic country. I do 70s, 80s, early 90s country. I like classic rock, hard rock. Probably, as far as talent goes, and one of my I've got a whole bunch of favorites, but I like the Police, I like Def Leppard, I like the Scorpions are amazing. They're still going. They're got to be in their 70s. Stones, of course. They played all their own stuff, sang all their own stuff. So we're in St. Stephen, New Brunswick. St. Stephen's really come aboard the old improvements here lately. Right straight, gonna hit a red. Right straight ahead, you see those red buildings way over there? You may be able to see a steeple too, church steeple, that is. Be helpful. Right straight ahead, you can see way off in the distance those red buildings, and there's a white church up there. That's the United States, that's Calais, Maine. Border town here. Great people. I love Calais. They're working on the basketball court here. The oldest basketball court in the world history. I don't know what building it's in. Not sure, but they're in the process right now of fixing the thing up. So I got another load of mom and dad's crap taken to the dump. It's 3, I think, now. There's a bunch more there. I'd say you'd have 3 or 4, at least, more loads. And then I got to work on my shit. Get that fixed up. I don't run over somebody here today. Coming up on the left, right after blue building there, is the border to the United States. See that green and white sign? Pointing left. You go right in there and over to Calais, Maine. Been there a million times. Great little city. Canada Customs, U.S. Border Patrol. It's another one of those long, boring videos that I'm famous for. Yeah, so I interviewed Larry Gowan back when I worked for C98, CFBC Radio in St. John, New Brunswick. You can call me Larry Tour. I played a couple of live tunes on there too, and I think I still have them, but they, believe it or not, be on cassette. I recorded the interview. I can find that. Check and see what they need for rights. I will, I'll play it sometime for you. Great guy. he did a concert right after I interviewed him at the 3 Mile Tavern and Dance Club in St. John, which is now a Popeye's Chicken. But back in the day, I used to do the music there at night. And boy, those were fun times. Of course, I was just a young fella back then, too. I'm 55 years old now. That was fun. I was in my 20s back then. And we all know what our 20s were like. We all have great 20s memories. So I'm off to the gym here in a little bit. Get that done for the day. That'll be it. We had a boil water order for, I don't know, a week, due to the fact that in the water plant something broke. But we don't got to worry about that now. Well, listen, everyone, if you like boring blogs like this, people driving around talking about their day and different sort of things, just go ahead and subscribe, and I'll subscribe to yours. Just let me know you've done it. And it's excellent. All right, so we're coming in for a touchdown. I like how somebody took a bunch of rolled up carpet and just decided to jam it in my door. That's nice though. Into my hedge, I mean. All right, everybody. Thanks very much for joining me today. Have a good one.